Have you ever been rejected by a woman, only to have her suddenly act like she's still into you? She told you she didn't see you that way, but days later she's laughing at your jokes, texting you hey, and popping up on your feed like nothing ever happened. It messes with your head, and deep down you're wondering, is she confused, or am I the one getting played? Here let me be clear, she's not confused. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's keeping you around just close enough to feel special, but never close enough to matter. She rejected you, yet she still wants your attention, your emotional support, and that part of you that quietly hopes maybe, just maybe, she'll change her mind. Here's the problem: the longer you stay in that gray zone, the more power you give away, and no matter how kind or patient you are, she will never respect a man who doesn't respect himself. That's where Stoic wisdom comes in. The Stoics taught us to focus only on what we can control, and you can control how you respond to this game. So in this video we're not going to cry about mixed signals, we're going to break them down, and more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to flip the script, reclaim your power, and never be someone's backup plan again. Sound fair enough? Let's break the illusion. Most men, after being rejected, try to rationalize her behavior. Maybe she's unsure, maybe she needs time, maybe she just came out of a breakup and isn't ready. No, brother, she's not unsure, she's just not choosing you. A woman knows within minutes if she sees you as a romantic option. That's the raw truth most guys don't want to accept. But here's the kicker: just because she's not picking you doesn't mean she wants to let you go. In fact, she wants you right there, close enough to feed her ego, far enough that she owes you nothing. It's emotional insurance. You're available when she's bored, you respond when she needs a little validation. You're her backup charger when her main source of attention is busy, and you think you're being patient, stoic, noble, but in reality you're being emotionally obedient to a woman who's already made her decision. That's not stoicism, that's self-deception. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say or think or do only what you do." She rejected you, and yet you still orbit her like she's the sun. Why? Because deep down you're clinging to hope, and hope, when ungrounded in reality, becomes your biggest weakness. The longer you stay in her loop, the more your self-respect erodes. You're not her man, you're her emotional crutch, and until you break that dynamic, she will never see you as anything more. So what now? Let's talk about the trap men fall into and how to escape it. Here's where most men fall into the trap, and I want you to really hear this. After rejection, instead of walking away with dignity, many men stick around. They keep replying to her texts, keep being funny, keep giving her their attention like nothing happened. Why? Because part of them thinks, if I stay kind, if I stay close, maybe I can change her mind. But that mindset doesn't win her over. It buries you deeper. You're rewarding her for rejecting you. Let that sink in. You're still giving her emotional access even though she already told you she doesn't want you. You're acting like a boyfriend without getting any of the respect, intimacy, or commitment that should come with it. You think you're being patient, strategic, maybe even stoic, but the truth, you're just afraid to let go. The Stoics taught us that emotional discipline means knowing when to act and knowing when to walk away. It means refusing to be enslaved by your own desire for validation, because the more you engage with someone who's clearly not choosing you, the more you betray your own sense of worth. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." And brother, what greater waste is there than pouring time, energy, and emotion into someone who has already said you're not the one but still wants to keep you hanging? This isn't kindness, this is self-abandonment. So stop giving her boyfriend benefits while living in friend-owned silence. She rejected you, now act like it. And if you're wondering why she still texts, still flirts, and still drops in when you start pulling away, it's time we expose The game. Let's talk about one of the oldest tricks in the book, breadcrumbing. The moment you start pulling away, the moment you stop replying as fast or begin focusing on your own life, suddenly, ding, a hey stranger text pops up, a random like on your Instagram story, a flirty comment out of nowhere. It feels spontaneous, harmless, maybe even sweet. But it's not. It's a calculated move to pull you back just enough to remind you she still exists, to see if you're still there, to check if you're still under her spell. She doesn't want a relationship, but she also doesn't want to lose the free attention, the ego boost, the emotional access. You became her soft cushion, her backup battery, her insurance policy, and every time you respond you're confirming that status. And here's the brutal truth: the moment she feels you slipping, she throws a little crumb, just enough to stop you from leaving, not enough to move things forward. The Stoics warned us about this. Epicus said, when someone is able to disturb you, know that you are complicit. You become complicit in your own manipulation every time you reward a breadcrumb with a full course emotional response. This isn't a game you win by playing harder, it's a game you win by stepping off the board, because if she truly saw you as the man she wanted, she wouldn't be sending mixed signals. She'd make it known. But when she keeps dangling attention without action, what she's really saying is this: I want you, just not enough. And brother, if that's the case, your next move is not to prove your worth, it's to walk silently, completely, and without looking back. Let's cut through the fog. If she truly wanted you, there would be no games, no breadcrumbs, no confusion. She wouldn't reject you and then flirt later. She wouldn't ghost you, then drop a hey when she's bored. She wouldn't make you guess how she feels, she'd show you. You see, women don't play games with men. They genuinely desire. They play games with options. With men, they don't fear losing, and that's the sting most men can't face. It's easier to believe she's confused than to accept that she's simply not choosing you. It's more comforting to think you can win her over with time, patience, and consistency than to admit you were never her first choice. But here's where the Stoic mind kicks in. Marcus Aurelius wrote, choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. So what if we told you her rejection doesn't have to be a wound? Her games don't have to shake your self-worth. The only reason they do is because you let them, and the reason you let them is because part of you still believes her approval defines your value. It doesn't. What defines you is how you respond when someone tries to manipulate your attention, your presence, and your kindness. You want to be seen as a high value man, then stop giving high value energy to someone some treating you like a low priority option. The real test isn't whether she comes back, it's whether you still care when she does. Now, let's flip the script for real this time. Now that you see the game for what it is, it's time to stop playing defense and start leading, not with emotion, not with revenge, but with clarity and control. Here are 4 steps to flip the script and take your power back. Step 1. Cut off her validation. Her power doesn't come from beauty, it comes from success. She gets to reject you and still receive attention, support, and emotional comfort. Like nothing happened. That ends now. No more responding to her late night hey texts, no more liking her selfies, no more being the guy she vents to about other men. Why? Because every time you react, you reinforce her position above you, and the Stoics remind us freedom begins where desire ends. You desire her validation. She feeds it in tiny doses. You break that cycle by removing her ability to affect your emotions. Step 2. Become scarce. People value what they can't easily reach. You've been too available, too predictable, too easy to summon. It's time to become a limited resource. Don't initiate conversations. Stop explaining yourself. Live your life as if she's not the center of it, because she never was. She just filled the space. You were too afraid to reclaim a man on purpose doesn't orbit women. He moves forward and they keep up or fall behind. Step 3. Embrace indifference. Don't fake it. Live It let go of the outcome completely. If she texts, cool if not better. When she flirts, smirk and move on. When she asks why you've been distant, don't explain. Don't justify, just say I've been handling things. You don't owe her vulnerability anymore, and paradoxically, that's what makes you more attractive. Because women are drawn to grounded men who can't be swayed by fleeting attention. Step 4. Watch her reveal herself. Now sit back and observe. If she was just using you, she'll vanish. Good, but if there was real interest buried under her games, now she has to make the move. She'll test the waters. She'll flirt, she might even ask to meet up. Don't jump, don't chase, let her prove her intention through consistent action. Because here's the truth, a man who respects himself doesn't reward confusion, he rewards clarity, and only when it comes with effort. So what if she comes back? This is where most men fail. They do everything right, pull back, go silent, rebuild themselves, and then the moment she sends that "Hey stranger," they crumble. They rush to reply, they smile too wide, they fall right back into the old dynamic, and just like that the game resets. She wins again, but not you, not this time, because now you've seen behind the curtain. You know what's real and what's manipulation. So here's the final play. Stay calm, stay detached, and let her do the work. If she texts, don't respond right away. Let her feel your absence. Let her wonder. Then if you decide to reply, keep it short and unbothered. Hope you're well, that's it. No emojis, no questions, no attempt to reignite anything. Why? Because if she truly wants back into your life, she'll prove it, and one flirty message doesn't count. You test for consistency. You wait for effort, because a high value man doesn't trade self-respect for attention. If she asks why you're distant, don't spill your emotions, don't explain silence. You've been living your life. You've been focused on your mission. Stoicism teaches us waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. You are not here to convince her of your worth. You are here to build a life so complete she has to fight to be part of it. Let her chase, let her prove, and even then you decide, not based on old feelings but based on who she shows up as now. Because the past version of you would have taken her back instantly, but the man you are now, he evaluates, then acts. This isn't just about her, it's about what you tolerate, what you accept, and what kind of man you allow yourself to become in the process. Because every time you chase someone who clearly isn't choosing you, you send a silent message to yourself: I'm not enough unless they validate me. But a man who lives by Stoic principles doesn't chase approval, he cultivates self-respect. He doesn't beg for attention, he earns admiration by walking with integrity. And he doesn't stay in half-hearted connections, because he understands that peace is more valuable than presence. Let's be honest, this game of hot and cold, reject then flirt, ghost then reappear, it's not love, it's emotional convenience, and you deserve better than being someone's second choice on a slow Tuesday night. You want to know if she's genuinely interested. Here's the test. Walk away with dignity and see if she follows with sincerity, and if she doesn't, you didn't lose her, you freed yourself. Seneca once said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. So let that apply to women too. If she's not bringing clarity, peace, or growth into your life, let her go. Now let me ask you this, and be honest with yourself. Have you ever been in this kind of situation before? Did you stay longer than you should have? If so, comment yes below. If not and you saw the game early, type no. Either way, you're here now, learning, growing, rising, and that's exactly what a Stoic man does. You choose how this story ends.